Hey guys, it's Ben. About a year ago, I presented the Rapture Dino Cube at Cubing USA Nationals 2018. This was a corner-turning cube that could make 60-degree turns on opposite corners, like this. Well, I've taken that concept one step further with the Rapture Copter. A while after I had designed the Rapture Dino Cube, I realized that it should also be possible to apply the same concept to a helicopter cube, or really a curvy copter. So this does edge turns, like this, and it turns exactly the same as a normal curvy copter, or really a curvy copter 3 because we have these pedal pieces in the center of the face here. But now, with the unbandaging, this puzzle can make turns in increments of, get this, 45 degrees, and then an opposite edge can be turned, like that. And that's 45-degree increments. So we can also turn an edge by 90 degrees, like this, and again, turn the opposite edge. And this allows us to scramble up the puzzle in this way. As soon as we start doing these 45-degree turns, there are always 4 edges on the puzzle that can do those turns. In this case, it's going to be these 4 around this equator of the puzzle here. The other 4 edges now become blocked and can't turn. However, once we return the puzzle back to an outward cubic shape like this, it is then possible to do all of the edge turns again. But there's more. As we all know, the curvy copter is a jumbling puzzle and it can do jumbling turns. And this puzzle, of course, can also do jumbling moves. And the really crazy thing is that these jumbling moves can actually interact with the unbandaging. So in this case, I've turned the puzzle like this, so we're partially jumbled here. And this cut is actually available to turn. So the unbandaging further mixes with the jumbling. So this puzzle has a lot of options for turning and scrambling. This puzzle is a really crazy design, and it was actually very difficult to figure out how to make it work. The original idea that I had for this concept was to simply unbandage the corner pieces so that 90-degree turns, like the ones that you saw before, would be possible on the edges like this. But as I was doing that, I noticed that there was still some extra room in the 4-leaf clover pieces. And it didn't look like it would fit, but I tried anyway, and remarkably, I was able to make it fit perfectly in those pieces, so that allows 45-degree symmetry on all of the edge layers. And I'm still surprised. I honestly can't believe that this geometry works out so perfectly. But it was very challenging to figure out how to make the geometry do these exact turns. But the result is just fantastic, and this puzzle looks absolutely beautiful. Now, as for the quality, it's a big surprise. I mean, despite all of these little pieces, the puzzle turns extremely well. And it can actually be turned with a single finger, like that. So I couldn't be happier with the way that this puzzle turns. Now, in order to actually fit the mechanism inside, this puzzle had to be absolutely huge. It's 84 millimeters to an edge, and that makes it dwarf many other puzzles that I have, including even the original Rapture Dino Cube. So it's quite a large puzzle, but the layers, I think, are a great size to fit in the hands, so the turning is not a problem at all. This is definitely one of the most ambitious puzzles that I ever made. This has a total of 303 parts, and that also includes the center caps on the edges as well, so really it's more around like 291 parts or so. But with that many parts and with around 316 stickers, this is a monstrous puzzle. But I'm very glad that I made it, and the fact that it turned out as well as it did just makes me extremely pleased. This puzzle was designed in SolidWorks and printed from i.materialise in their polyamide material. dyed black with RIT dye, and stickered with stickers provided from Chewy's Custom Stickers again. And I'm very pleased with how these stickers came out. Despite the very tiny squares and sharp edges on these stickers, they look fantastic and they fit extremely well. So thank you very much for that. So sadly, this puzzle is not going to be available on i.materialise because, well, just look at the thing. It was very difficult to actually order all of the pieces for this puzzle. I had to do it in separate sets, and it was extremely expensive. So this puzzle is simply not going to be made available on i.materialise, but I may be auctioning this puzzle in the future. We'll see if I'm in need of funds in the coming months. But otherwise, that's about it for the Rapture Copter. I hope you like this puzzle. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the world record coming up next.